All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back on the last day of the pay period. We got a nice little runner moving just out of nowhere, 9 o'clock move, SRNE. We're going to talk about it. We're going to check it out. Got a nice little move on this stock. See, there's about a nice 50,000 share seller ready to get out right below 12. That's probably why it just backed off. Want to see if that guy gets done. But so far, I got a couple of good moving stocks this morning. Hope everybody enjoyed the debates yesterday. A lot of fireworks going on. I actually kind of hated it because I don't think I got anything out of it other than there's no one's going to move any stocks. I thought they were going to make the market move. Something on healthcare, something on the Green New Deal, maybe military stocks or high-tech stocks. I really didn't see that much going on other than just two guys just battling out. Maybe the second time around, maybe they'll calm down and deal with more policy than beating each other up. But anyway, so I really got nothing out of what's going to help us trade today's markets. I'll be honest with you. What the market was down a little bit, came back. It was down, it was down a lot, but it came, like I said, only down by 50. I think we were down by almost close to 200 earlier. But there are a couple of things that are moving. A lot of pharmaceutical stocks that are moving this morning, like this one right here. There's a few other ones out there we're going to check out. I do want to kind of mention regarding about the last day of the pay period. So anyway, regarding about a day like today, you got to be very careful because a lot of people, we had a great, amazing month. I mean, we had stocks. I mean, we had, Jesus, I'm looking down my list. NIO yesterday, BOXR on Monday, 2 to 9. We had the SPI that was up about 4 gazillion %. Went from like $1 to 46 in one day. U1, SunW, POLA. I mean, DraftKings. I mean, we just SAVA. List goes on and on and on. Plug, GoGo. I always write them on my calendar to kind of know what day works better. And it's funny. It's always on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But with a day like today, you got to be really careful because a lot of people don't want to blow up their, want to clean out the month, want to start fresh. It's a terrible day to end the last day of the pay period, right smack in the middle of a Wednesday, but we'll make the best out of it. As you know, here at CyberTradingu University, when you're in our classes, we teach you how to do your journals, and we actually review your journals with you when you're a student of ours. And one of the things that you guys need to get prepared for today, that if you are a student, you got that end of the month journal. And the month journal is really nice because it's automated. It's an Excel spreadsheet. We built it. So it kind of tells you what's, how you're doing and get ready to next level. So tonight's a very good time to kind of analyze your journals that we gave you and to see, are you ready to take a next step? Are you ready to go to the next level of stocks to trade? Are you ready to start making to that next level, making more money? Or, which is okay, you're not there yet. You're going to have to stick it out for another month, or you might have to take a step back because you didn't have a good month, so far. So listen, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So there's no rush. All right, guys. So let's talk about some of the stocks that are moving this morning, and then we'll go pop over here and see what's happening on, we're going to still go out there and talk about some stocks that are moving right now in the market. And we'll talk about what happened yesterday. So let's talk about what happened yesterday, guys. So, oh, sorry, guys. Looks like I had my mic off on, on some of the staff. Sorry about that. All right. So let's get back to where we left off. NIO yesterday had a really, really good pop. And let me change my time frame here so you can see what happened yesterday. Not really good. There we go. All right. So INO has been really, really a nice mover. It went from 18 to 21. The only issue I have with INO, and you probably could figure it out, it's got these, ugly shakes, and you got to own it at a really good price to really benefit from INO. But you could see that on the right-hand side over there, INO on the daily chart looks like it's breaking an all-time high. So that one looks pretty good. So kind of like that one right there going into this open. Again, actually, it did make the list. And this morning we did pretty well. I mean, look, it went from 21 to about 21.70. So far it's doing pretty nicely, that stock for us right here. Another stock that's moving is that we had the SRNE, right? That was an early morning mover. That went from $10.60 to $12. ADIL, which is going back on my watch list. This thing, this is the issue I had with the ADIL. We traded the stock yesterday in the close, and the rule is you're supposed to hold going into the close. Well, 9 out of 10 times it works. This was that 10th time it didn't work. So I thought it was a really good lesson yesterday for some of you that are in my advanced class with me into phase 3, which, by the way, it's going to today is we have it today too. It didn't really cooperate. It popped around $2 and it ran to about $4 like that. You could see it there literally like at 3 o'clock to about 3:30. It was a great move. But the stock, you could see here, it had a really nice pop, but sure enough, now back down to 230. So another nice, interesting short squeeze. Now that pretty much does it going into what happened yesterday. So I want to go back and I want to change my chart and go back to what's moving this morning. So I want to start off with the ITRM, which, by the way, all of you here, let me change the slide so you guys can see, make the screen a little bit bigger. For everybody here, people always ask me, could you repeat the symbols, whatever it is? Just could you subscribe to my Twitter? I'll put it up here on YouTube and Facebook Live and so on. Just go back, because I want you to go back and back test us and see some of the stocks that we trade. Log on, because we will post these back up on our Twitter page immediately right after here. But CybertradingU, Twitter at CybertradingU. But you'll get these watch lists. But the TRM, nice little move. Stock's got a nice little push, 145%. You could see here around 8:30 this morning, went from $1.30 to $1.70. Really nice pop. Big orders. I could tell you right now, this is an algo stock. I could just tell by looking at the level 3 on the right. I can see 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. So the stock, is going to be, if you're an advanced trader, you could trade a lot of shares. You could trade 10,000, 20,000. It's only $1.60, but you got to remember, there's a scalp stock, okay? It's an algorithm stock. TOUR. I thought the stock was going to be pretty good. It's up about 31% pre-market. It's kind of flat right now. I got some resistance levels, 13,000 sitting there, almost close to around between $1.38 and $1.40. I don't know. I think this probably is going to turn me off. I'll probably put this on second protocol. And you know what's crazy? You got these huge big orders out there. The stock only traded 1 million shares in pre-market. That's going to go on second protocol. APM, another one this morning. So anyway, this is a great stock because the stock was up huge this morning and boom, thing just dropped yesterday. Look at this thing. So this is what your typical, short squeeze, okay? And I told you this is happening more and more often than I've seen. Honestly, that I've been doing this for 25 years. CyberTrading University has been in business for over 23 years, if not more. And I haven't seen this type of volatility with short squeezes that I haven't seen before. It's all these algos. And I'm telling you, enjoy the ride, guys, because this has been making us a lot of money. You just don't hold these positions, and that's where you got to look at it. So that one, I just want to bring that up and just point that out, how interesting the stocks take a big tank. We already know about the ADIL. NIO making a new high. Okay, so we talked about this one earlier this morning. And yesterday, it was a great move. Back on the watch list. Listen, just out of nowhere, it sits there, it plays games. But bam, the thing just shot up. Went from $1.75 to almost $21.75 to about $21.90 already. Nice move. Also, algos do trade in this stock too. 4.5 million shares. You can look at the level 3 and see the tier size on that one. What else do we got here? We got the BHTG. Want to keep an eye on this one. This one was, kind of a little disappointed. The stock had a nice push. I don't know what happened. We saw it around 8:30 this morning, ran from $1.40 to $1.80 out of nowhere, and that's just came back down. Once again, another algo stock. NNDM, did I say that? Did I bring that one up? Stock's up 20%. Another stock went from $2.40 to $3. It's holding here pretty good. Big lot of shares. SRENE. I know you guys just called this out earlier too. This one had a really nice push, but now she's kind of like building what's called that little Fausto flag right there. So she's holding here. She's holding. Listen, that big seller, you could still see him at $1.90. He was at, at $11.90. He was at $12. Just lowered his offer. You can see a 44,000 share seller out there. Kind of explains why it's backing off. You got to remember, everyone, follow the money. You got to follow the money. And you follow the money, you know exactly where to get and where to get out. And yesterday in the morning phase 3 class, there was some great examples of how we trade a stock and we scalped in and out of it, because you know what? If we didn't get out those certain prices, we would have threw away a nice profit. All right. And also we saw some pretty good examples of some orders getting taken out, which basically made the stock run too. So that was pretty cool. There are a couple of the stocks that are been on the watch list that's doing pretty well. Nikola is making a little bit of a comeback. So I bought this stock as a swing trade. You know, if it holds right here, I think I'll be okay. I didn't buy too many shares, but I will average up if it keeps going higher. The DraftKings is doing well. DKNG. That one, you could see it did back off a little bit, but it had a nice little pop, breaking all-time highs. Penn Gaming, also in the same industry, all doing pretty well. It's amazing. Penn was $4 during the crash. $4. Look at it now. It's literally up over 2,000%. All right. Anything I'm missing, guys? Patrick says, what about the CTEC? Nice call. All right. Way to go, Pat. I like that one. CTEK. Looks like we got a new one on our watch list. Beautiful move. $140 to about 280. Big orders out here. Nice little move right there. Decent spread. Way to go. Like that one. Yes, Lewis, I did mention the SRNE. I did mention it. All right. Anything else? All right, everybody. Before we go, I just want to point this out. And let me just share this for everybody. All right. So let me just bring this over. Our to-do, where CyberTrading is going to be. So don't forget, Thursday, open house with Fausto. We got phase 3 that we're finishing up today. And then the biggest Wealth 365 multi-speaker event is going to come up October 12th to the 17th. I will be presenting there, I think, which is really cool. By the way, we'll post that link for you guys to register. We'll send you an email too on it. But I think they got everybody from Fox Business and Fox News, Democrats and Republicans that are going to be presenting there, talking about how this market is going to affect the election. And they have a couple other pretty big speakers too that are all in politics. So, and you know what's great? It's good. I mean, here's your opportunity to kind of speak and ask them and see how the financial markets are going to affect your life. So once again, we don't talk politics here. We only trade politics. That's my motto. But I'd like to see how these guys react, how they're going to trade it. And also I will be on those panels with them, and I'm looking forward to it. So if you want to hear, where I could throw my 2 cents in part of it, which is going to be awesome. And guess what? You're going to be able to do the same. But don't miss your spot, because seats are very limited. And, I think they have to cap it at some point. But last event I did with them, we had about 1,500 people in there. I could expect it. I could expect it to be in the thousands, but I know they have to cap it because, I don't trust these Zoom meetings. They haven't been cooperating at much going up or down, but big event. Don't forget to register for it. All right, everybody, we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. If you're a student, I'll see you in class. If you are, tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow we have open house, and then we'll be back at 2:30 doing the afternoon meeting. And if you see anything, we'll go out there and do it. So cyber traders, you see something, say something. And trial members, I hope you're having a great time. And once again, make sure you had your appointments booked so you can talk to your education advisor. Make sure you get your appointment, if not with me, one of my instructors, so we can see if this is for you or not. All right. Good luck today. Be safe.